se Pumpešte, di nuovo la Belgrade, Požeška ulica. Evo di nuovo je blokad la Belgrade, Banovo brdo, Požeška ulica, blokada. Evo ovi građani blokiraju ovdje prelaz svako veče. Evo 88-ica ispušta putnike. Opet je blokirana ovdje Požeška. Pumpa se na pešačkom prelazu kod Meka. Astăzi, a doilea live, astăzi, care îl fac. Primul l-am făcut la Parlamentul Sârb astăzi la vreo ora 2-3, când am avut această furtună care a dus campul loialiștilor în aer, au zburat corturile loialiștilor, contrarevoluționarilor. Campul i-a zburat în aer, poate ați văzut. Evo Gloria. Greetings for Brazil from Belgrade, Serbia, Europe. We are watching the blockades in Belgrade, Serbia. We are having protests every day, blockades of roads and highways. Universities, all the universities are blocked here in Serbia. The students have occupied all the universities. They are demanding an end to all corruption and free elections. Valeri, hello. We are watching the blockade here in Belgrade, Serbia. The people are blockading the pedestrian crossing. There's 162 de urmăritori cu mine. Evo, opet smo live ovdje. Blokada Požeške, Banovo brdo. Din nou suntem live la Belgrade. Tot același protest, toată seara, proteste împotriva regimului. Autobusele au oprit aici circulație. All circulation has been stopped. Hello, this is Belgrade, Serbia. We are watching the blockades, citizen protests against the government, Vučić government. People are protesting, demanding free elections. Vučić is a big friend of Mr. Erdogan, and other dictators. People don't want him anymore. He has indebted the countries billions of dollars and sold our resources to foreigners. We have become a third world colony since he is in power. All the resources have been sold to foreigners, Chinese, Americans, Arabs, EU nations. His regime is taking the money, sucking up all the money and the resources, and the people are left with big debts. We have big bills. The prices of food are skyrocketing. We have the most expensive markets here. Many protests. The young people like McDonald's. You get free Wi-Fi. Čaj Latviju se ratane. O ne. Puca. Young people are at the McDonald's right now, and the older citizens are protesting at the pedestrian crossing. All the buses have been blocked here. This is not Turkey, this is Sırbistan, Belgrade, Sırbistan. No money for cigarettes. We have drunken people in front of the market. Gypsy beggars. They beg in all the buses or in the streets. Serbia, yes, evo ga. Domnul Ruslan. Pozdrav svima iz Republika Kosovas. Much better. I don't know about Kosovo. I was in Albania, it's very nice. Škodra and Velipoja. Nice people in Albania. When I wanted to go to Kosovo, they turned me back. They said, you cannot enter our country, you have wrong license plates. And they turned me back, so I wanted to go and see. The traffic is moving again. Here are the people protesting. Now they're going to start crossing the pedestrian crossing 2 minutes, and then the police will let them, will tell them to move. We have many Russians here in Belgrade who escaped the war and the dictator Putin. They didn't want to die for Mr. Putin, so they came here. Many young Russian people, highly educated IT experts. I think over 200,000. Many people speak Russian in the streets now. In all the neighborhoods in the center, you can see them in buses. They have opened businesses, restaurants, manufacturing firms, some markets. They stick together, they don't mix with other people, Serbs. Whoa, hello from Scotland. Hello. Go Rangers. I'm of Romanian ethnicity, so I like Rangers because Yanis Hadji plays there, our favorite player. He's at Rangers, Scotland. I used to live up in northern England, Newcastle in the 90s. I had a jolly good time. The Geordies like to drink and have a good laugh in pubs and clubs. Kosovo is Kosovo. Kosovo is Serbia. Politika. Evo ga ovdje. Nastavlja se ova blokada Požeške ulice. All people have whistles, vuvuzelas, so they make a lot of noise to cause a lot of noise, to protest hard. What are you doing here in Serbia is a multi-ethnic country. There's many European ethnicities here, Romanians, Hungarians, Slovaks. We mainly live in the north of the country, Vojvodina region. So. Also, we have ethnic Vlach Romanians in eastern Serbia, so it's not only Serbs in Serbia. Evo, pratimo blokadu ovdje. Lanovo brdo, Republika. They say this neighborhood of Banovo Brdo was founded by Matej Ban, a famous Croatian Ban, a lord. So it's sort of founded by Croatians, Banovo Brdo. There is a statue of him in front of the municipality headquarters. Now another bus is letting passengers out because of the blockade. People don't want to wait 5 minutes for the blockade to stop, so they exit the bus. It's chaos in the streets. Many cities are blockaded. Užice, Novi Sad. Every night we have blockades, citizen unrests. So, citizen unrests, yeah. That's the right word. We have a new mayor here in Belgrade. His name is Šapić. He was a famous water polo superstar. He won many gold medals for Serbia, and the president Vučić made him mayor of Belgrade in rigged elections, which were boycotted by the opposition, and now he has painted all the buses from red to blue. He says he doesn't like communists, so he painted the buses blue. What a waste of money. And he is currently demolishing our bridges. He demolished the old bridge. He said he didn't like our bridge because it reminded him of the fascist occupators, but it was a Belgrade symbol of liberty because it was liberated by the partisan fighters and Belgrade citizens. Currently we have this overextensive urbanization of Belgrade. Old symbols of the city are being demolished, and high rises and other ugly constructions are being built, together with the Expo Fair, which is being built on the outskirts of Belgrade, which is going to host the 2026 Expo exhibition. Our government has indebted the country 15 billion euros to build this monstrous structure, stadium, buildings and other buildings, which will be left empty after the Expo is finished. A small country like Serbia should not be indebting itself with 15 billion for a 1 month exhibition. Such exhibitions cost 1 billion, 2 billion in the Arab Emirates. Japan, here it costs 15 billion. You can imagine the level of corruption and criminal. Half of the money goes into their pockets and the other half goes for the construction of these mega structures, which collapse after a few years. We had this unfortunate incident in Novi Sad when the railway roof collapsed, killing 16 people, but it was renovated only a year ago. It was a new structure which collapsed on people, and people are very, very angry and demanding justice. Nobody has been arrested or charged for this crime. Let's go get some food. The McDonald's is half empty. People prefer pizzas, pleskavicas and other specialities. VP Media Group, to ti je akolo, preste drum. This is good start after 5 years. Serbia with separated with. I do not support any nationalistic wars in the Balkans. It's just piece of shit nationalism which led people to kill each other. We had a good life in Yugoslavia, everybody was equal. We had a prosperous country, and then we had these globalists which promoted hate and separatism between Balkan nations, and now we have 8 banana small countries, colonies of the West and China. And before we had one big country, Yugoslavia, which was a regional leader of the non-aligned movement. We used to produce cars, tractors, anything you can imagine, aeroplanes, locomotives. Now we don't produce anything, not even bicycles. We're just simple consumers of Chinese and Western goods. And this shitty politics has taken over the Balkans and Eastern Europe. We have traitors which sell off our resources, which close our factories and build malls and other Western centers. Also, we have betrayal on all levels. People are being encouraged to be vaccinated. We are being sprayed with all sorts of substances from the skies. Our soil and water is being polluted. Our resources, food, everything. It's one big global shithole. We need to stop these globalists and return to our true faith and family values, patriotism. Something in what Trump is trying to do. Ja snimam za kanal. Što spuštaš? Jeste. Kaže uranijum. Da, uranijum, tako je. Uranijum su isporučili, to je istina. Now we have the anniversary of the Srebrenica massacre, which is a sad occasion. We don't want such things to repeat in the Balkans. We want peace and cooperation between nations, not hate. This is chaos here in Belgrade. All the buses have stopped. The street has been blockaded. E haos aici la Belgrade, din nou e blocată aceasta. Acest bulevard aici, la Banovo Brdo. Ai băut tot? Eu mai am 150, o se poate cumpăra ceva, prea, nu? Cât e un mic ăla, pomf? Eu cred că am numai 180, du-te, uite-te dacă poți să-ți iau. Sau ia-ți la kiosk ceva, ia-ți 180. Ia-ți ceva la kiosk pe 180. Tu, ia-ți un sochici sau ceva. Sau ce vrei? Sladolet, vrei? Atunci nu știu ce vrei. Vrei chips? La market? Du-te la ăla, la Maxi, ia-ți ceva. Cât mi sunt live? 20 de minute, mai vreo 40 și mergem. Să snimuim aici ce se întâmplă. Ține. Stai să-ți dau bani. We all know that and we I'm with you and I'm against war, but we need to be ready. of course. Now the blue buses have been set free, so the blockaded has been broken for a few minutes. The citizens are waiting again to cross the pedestrian crossing. Now the blockade starts again. I think this model of protesting has been adopted from the West, from these Occupy movements, and most of the protesters are left-wing, I think, but you have all sorts. There is a police presence, but it's not as big as before. 2 days ago there were heavy police presence, gendarme forces with gendarme trucks and jeeps. Now we only have these simple traffic wardens which coordinate the traffic. We have many poor people which are left without income to die in the streets. Majority of old people don't have pensions here. If you go to the countryside, most people have a 100 euro agricultural pension, which is not enough even to pay the bills, let alone to pay for food. So it's a very, very delicate situation. People who worked maybe 40 years, they do have pensions around 300-400 euros, which is also not enough to cover expenses. The average salary is around 600-700 euros, so also not enough to cover expenses and high costs of living. So many people emigrate to the West, I don't know, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, in hope they will find a better life. But even those countries are now in recession, and high costs of living prevent them from making big money there. So it's almost the same shit. I have also been watching many of the expat videos on YouTube about Britain leaving the UK, saying it's too expensive to live in London, and people moving to Asia, Eastern Europe, all around. So I sympathize with all those people having problems like myself. Serbia is investing in army. Yes, that's true. I think our crazy president just bought 10 Mirage planes from Macron. I don't know. It's gonna cost us billions of dollars of more debts. We can never stand up to NATO because we have 20 planes and NATO has 2,000. So we're just spending money for nothing, and Serbia will never recover Kosovo, and territory is lost in Croatia and other places, because if the Vučić government tries to invade neighboring countries, they will get pounded by NATO. So it's just a waste of money. People should forget about war. Why can't we all live together? That's a good idea. I prefer traveling and seeing new places instead of stupid, chauvinistic Vučić politics. Many young people support the protest. Greetings from Italy. Salutare, gli amici italiani. Oh, šta je sad? Gypsies are causing trouble, throwing food. Zingari di merda, facciare probleme a Belgrado. Again, we have the blockade here of the buses. We are transmitting live from the streets of Belgrade. Pedestrian crossing protest here in Belgrade, Serbia. We have civil unrest and protests since November here, almost 8 months, I think. So the protesters are not requesting free elections and the end to all corruption. Evo persistă această blocadă aici la Belgrad. Cartierul Banovo Brdo aici e blocat toată seara. Astăzi am fost în centru, am filmuit acest masacru. A fost furtună, au luat pe sus toate corturile loialiștilor. Contrarevoluționarea lui Vučić a fost spectacol mare. Dumnezeu a curățat campul lor maidanez din centrul orașului. Lumea șuieră în semn de susținere pentru acest blocader. Se pare că astăzi n-au destulă poliție să se reguleze aici, au trimis numai niște polițiști de rutieră. Că proteste peste tot la Belgrad, Novi Sad, la Užice am văzut. Au spus că pușcăriile sunt pline de oameni arestați. N-au destulă poliție să calmeze lumea și să astupe protestele. What do you think will win in country? We only have one winner in elections here, and it's Mr. Vučić. He has been falsifying the elections for 15 years now, and he is the only guy that wins all elections on all levels. He has many people voting from neighboring republics also. He's rigging the voting lists, writing in new people, and also the dead are voting, and such shameful things are happening, so he comes on top every time. But we had these local elections in Kosjerić and Zaječar and last month, and the result was very close. It was only maybe 1% difference, so the opposition is on the rise also. We have a new political force, which is the students list, so people are sympathizing with the students which are protesting on the streets, and they have been visiting many villages and towns on foot and by bicycles, so people are sympathetic with the students, and maybe the upcoming elections will be won by the people. I don't know. That's why the regime is very scared of the support which is rising for the students. So he doesn't want to sign new elections at the moment. He says maybe next year. We are having protests against the Serbian government for 6 months now. People are blockading the streets. Majority of them students. The people are demanding free elections, end to all corruption and crime, treachery, and better conditions for students and professors at universities. All the universities are currently blocked by students. They are occupied by the students, and no classes are being held, nor do they have exams since November. So it's a very many tensions here. Currently the protest is taking place here in Banovo Brdo, Novi Beograd, also in some central districts of Belgrade. People just gather and blockade the streets. So this is the situation. This is in Belgrade, Serbia. We are having citizen protests against the government. People are blockading streets, boulevards, even highways, demanding free elections and the end to all corruption, crime, better studying conditions for students and university professors. We have a nervous Pakistani driver. All the drivers have left Serbia to drive trucks in Germany. So now the government has imported Nepalese and Bangladeshi drivers, which are a bit erratic in their driving. Up to 50% of all the bus drivers in Belgrade are now from third world countries like Pakistan and Nepal. Majority are from Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is famous for its tea and I don't know what else. Cricket. They have a good cricket team. I think they even beat England once, or India. No people play cricket here. It's majority play football, basketball, handball, tennis, umpai. I am from Sri Lanka. We have a nervous Sri Lankan driver in Belgrade. I don't leave the house without my whistle. Any minute you can end up in some protest, so a whistle is needed. Protesters and students. The only hope here in Serbia of getting a job is joining the ruling party. If you're not a member of the ruling party, you have very slim chances of getting a job here. So it's one of the preconditions if you want to get ahead in life and prosper, is to join this criminal organization called the Serbian Progressive Party, which holds all companies and resources here. So you have to be sort of a suck up and suck up to them, and then you will get a job if you prove yourself. And now you can see the majority of young people don't even look for a job. They just want change and democracy. They have given up, so instead of young people, you have pensioners working jobs and foreign workers. And the young people are protesting in the streets. You have protests in Kenya, maybe. They must be more violent. You must have dictators and corrupt politicians in Africa as well. I think the worst government currently in Africa is the ANC government in South Africa, which has bankrupted a once powerful nation, a nuclear superpower. I hear that. It's really bad there. Zimbabwe also, Rhodesia. Corrupt black racist politicians have destroyed prosperous countries. But I also hear there are some prospering countries in Africa like Zambia, Namibia, other places, Algeria. I don't know about Egypt. Egypt has tourism. Emir Duratović, bribe, da. Svuda je ovdje korupcija. Hoćeš posao korupcija, hoćeš da završiš nešto u sudu, blici korupcija. Ovdje možeš da zgaziš, da ubiješ čovjeka, ne ideš na robiju ako znaš prave ljude. To svuda na Balkanu isto. Onaj Mitrović, vlasnik Pinka, ubio čovjeka, zgazio na pešačkom, nikom ništa. Isto onaj Babić, onaj majmun, zgazio ženu na rampi, tamo ubio 4 kolima, ništa isto. Nije išao na robiju. Ovaj Vesić sagradio raspalu stanicu, palo na ljude. Čoveka su sakrili, uopšte nije na robiji. Prvo je bio u nekoj bolnici pa su ga pustili, to je užas. A kad hapse studente, odmah ih osuđuju na robiju, na ogromne kazne. Prebivaju ih na ulici, to je užas. Kako neko može da tuče decu od 18-19 godina, studente, pa to je užas. Čak je i stari Tile rekao, studenti su u pravu i ispunio im zahteve, samo ova budala se inati sa decom, neće da ispuni neke obične zahteve tamo na univerzitetu i da raspiše izbore, to je užas. And the buses have stopped again because of the protesters. The protesters are pumping pumpaj. We have some Russian immigrants here. Ruski migranti. Many Russians have moved to Belgrade, escaping the war and recruitation. They prefer to live in Serbia than in Russia. Some are families, others are young people. They mostly don't cause any trouble, they keep to themselves. So, although we did have some Russian crimes, husband killing wife, or maybe some drunken fights and people being killed out of stupidness, but most of them are okay. I think there are Navalny voters. They used to vote for the Russian opposition and now all opposition is banned in Russia, so they decided to leave the country. Also, you have some very rich Russian people here. They bought flats in the Belgrade waterfront residence area, where your square meter is up to 10,000 euros. Continuă acest protest la Belgrade, suntem în direct aici, pe străzile Belgradului. Lumea persistă, nu se lasă, toată ziua protestează, eu nu știu. În România se protestează odată în lună, când cheamă Simion lumea la București, la meeting, câtă se fălfuie cu steaguri și lumea se duce acasă. Aici e altfel. Aici blocăzile toată ziua, peste tot, în toate orașele. Lumea e mai persistentă, mai a dracului, cum se spune. Bravo, Ioniniț! O să fii campioană! Continuă protestul la Belgrade. Continuă protestul la Belgrade aici. Nu știu de ce cauză nu mai am chat, s-a pierdut. Nastavlja se protest ovdje na Banovom brdu. Blokirana je Požeška ulica. Șoferii claxonează în semn de susținere pentru protestatarii. Avem autobuze roșii și albastre. Moncio pizza e plină aici în lumea. Mâncă fast food. Din nou se oprește traficul. Non-violent protests in Belgrade, Serbia. People are blockading traffic crossings. Persistă protestele la Belgrade aici. Aici e lumea alcoholizată aici. We have some people drinking beer. We're drinking beer. We're drinking gin. No matter what's in the bottle, we're drinking everything. Some cars are turning around from the blockade, looking for alternative ways to reach their destinations. We have a new police patrol here. Not a big presence like we had 2 days ago, when we have maybe 50 police gendarme units in armored cars and vans. Now we just have 2 patrol cars with traffic wardens. So people have to be careful, because if they can be arrested. It's mostly after the protest, when you leave the protest and the crowd and you start going home, they catch you, mainly officers in civil clothes. They're among the protesters, so they can pick you up after the protest and take you to the station. They can pump you up on false charges, and you can get 50 days or even big fines for doing absolutely nothing, protesting peacefully. All the taxis in Belgrade are now white. The mayor has ordered all taxi vehicles to be painted in the white color, so only the white taxis are legal. The illegal taxis have been pushed out. It's very hard to get a taxi license here, or even a driver's license, so only the privileged can be cab drivers. They all have fancy cars, so they earn a lot of money. They will charge you 30-40 euros for a simple ride from the airport to the city center, so you need to beware of taxis. Just use the bus. You cannot use that since Belgrade has no underground system. The regime has promised an underground system. 13 years ago, when it came to power, and still we have nothing. They signed a contract with some Chinese companies to build tunnels for the underground, but it's only lies. No construction work on the metro system. So I think Belgrade and Sofia in Bulgaria are the only 2 major capitals in Europe with no metro underground system. Avem un boschetar aici care cerșește. We have some elderly citizens discussing politics. We have some Uzbekistani Glovo worker on his motorbike. We're getting migrants now from Central Asia, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, mainly Glovo workers, also the bus drivers, construction workers from Kurdistan, Turkey, India. all the construction workers from Serbia have left the country, so there is a shortage of workers. We have a gypsy beggar, očara borata ića čeršešte. Cere 20 de euro cenți și nu se poate, nu capătă nimic. Ti kažeš pumpaj i ja zviždim.
To, pumpaj! Pumpaj! Pumpaj!
Bravo, bravo,
brate,
bravo.
brate.
Nemam stvarno, dao bi ti nešto, ali nemam. Siromašniji sam od tebe. Dao sam klincu da ide u McDonald's. Koliko ti imaš dece?
5, brate.
Ti nisi gubio vreme.
Pumpaj! Pumpaj! Pumpaj!
I koliko ti da Vučić za 5 dece, 100 evra dodatak?
Čak i Vučić pred njimi dao ništa.
Nikakav dodatak?
Ništa,
O, mamu mu jebem.
ništa.
Pa kako ja dobijem 100 evra za 3
Pa
dece?
nisam ništa, ljubite brat.
Pa što ti ne da?
Šta je džavo?
Pa to treba da dobiješ nešto.
Brate, imam 5 dece, nije mi dao.
Pa idi se javi u opštinu tamo.
Gdje da se javim? Vrati su menta rano. Pumpaj! Pumpaj!
Even the gypsy beggar doesn't like Vučić. He says he's not getting any social benefit money.